they understand how hard it all is. So yeah, and a
I
lot
was
of people
watching.
were asking
Sorry.
about the shift, like
Yeah.
into this life. Like, how are you? Like, how's it going?
And how is it going?
It's great. Oh, very overwhelming. Very
Hmm.
overwhelming. I'm learning because it's a whole different business. It's a different business that I've had to learn, essentially. So I'm learning every day, which is good. I like that. I like grafting. I like being busy. I like working in the profession that I want to work in. So I'm winning.
Exactly.
And long may it continue.
Speaking of winning, I was watching this morning a couple of weeks ago, and there was you were there, and
Oh,
I heard this. Yes, you were there, and I heard the story about them having to chase you to give you your money. What is that about? If someone's
I
offering me 250 grand,
no,
I'm giving them my bank
I needed
details.
it. I needed it.
Yeah.
I needed it. I think people got the wrong idea with that. I needed
No,
it. Like,
that's not what I meant.
it's just, I was so excited to be
Hmm.
living this life. It only took 2 weeks. They just
Yeah.
kept 3 weeks max. But I was living this dream that I
Hmm.
really wanted for a long time. Like, I don't need like much,
Hmm.
as long as I've got my food. Like, I don't need materialistic things. As long as I'm keeping my head above water with like my bills and stuff, like, I'm okay. So I just, that money was always going to go in my savings. Like,
Hmm.
I ever thought, oh, what would I do with that? I have nothing to spend it on. I'd probably spend it on buying a house to have
Hmm.
a family. That is what I will do with that. So it's straight into a savings account for me, and hopefully I'll get a house at some point. But I was living, and that is all that matters to me. And I was singing and performing and all these exciting things. So that's where my mind was, and I was
Hmm.
excited to do that. Like, I knew that was coming, and in my mind, I knew what I was going to do with that. I wasn't going to touch it, and I didn't want to touch it because I want to,
Hmm.
start building a stable life, which I've never been able to do. And then, yeah, that's another thing. Then people go, I'll see comments after that, and people are like, she's selfish. You didn't need that money, and I was like, that's not what I was saying at all.
So this is where I get this bothers me, and I'm sure it obviously bothers you as well, right? Because my mind didn't go to she doesn't need that money. It's not about doesn't need it. My mind went to like almost like an imposter syndrome type thing. Like, if I give them my bank details and they end up putting that money in my account, that means that I'm in. I am tied in. And then, almost like you didn't deserve the winning, so you didn't want to give them the back. That's where my mind went. My mind didn't go towards the whole, oh, so, she's so selfish or that sort of stuff.
Yeah, loads of people did. Like, she's bragging, and I was like, no, no, that just wasn't. They just don't want to know me. Do you know what I mean? But I was so blessed. Obviously, that money is going to help me so much, and I'm so grateful for that, because I've never been that stable with
Mhm.
that. Now I've got that in my savings, and I'm like, maybe I can have that family at one point now. You know. See,
Right.
that was the goal for me. So
That
yeah.
seems like it as well. You can see it in your eyes that every time you talk about having a family, it's just that seems like the new dream. You know what I mean? You've achieved this goal in your life now, and you're like, do you know what? Now's maybe not now's the time, but that's next. And you can see it in your eyes that you're just so passionate for that. And when your kids eventually come along, you can also see that they are going to be loved beyond anything. It's and I get that from you. It's such a nice thing to see.